Well, it's a cold day in the middle of nowhere.
No.
But I'm in the middle of nowhere, so it's okay. As long as nobody's bothering me. And speaking of being bothered, a lot of people are concerned. There's a lot of hype on the internet, and I know there's been a bunch of videos about it. With China, there's a concern that they've told their citizens to stockpile on food and water and cooking oil and stuff like that. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Is it because they're planning on going to war with Taiwan? And I guess that's the big concern. They've been planning to go to war with Taiwan for 70 years. They've been threatening that for 7 decades. Are they going to jump off now? Who knows? I don't think it's very likely. One, because they've been threatening it forever. Like I said, it's been at least 70 years they've been threatening to go to war with Taiwan for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, that they claim Taiwan is part of China. China threatens everybody around them all the time. And they do realize, of course, there's a lot of nuances to this. They do realize, of course, that if they go to war with Taiwan, they're basically going to war with the entire Western world and most of the Asian countries in their proximity, including Hong Kong, which, even though Hong Kong was turned over to China by the British, they finally surrendered it. They held possession of it because of the Anglo-Asian Wars, the Opium Wars, if you will, which China lost, but England knew there was no way they could invade all of China, so they just kept a foothold in Hong Kong to rub it in their face. They surrendered it and China took it over, but they never really was able to 100% take possession of it. They'll be fighting with Hong Kong too. They already are. They always are. There's always conflicts in Hong Kong because Hong Kong doesn't like China. But like I said, they've been threatening this for a long time, and they know if they go to war with Taiwan, they're going to war with half the planet. And are they prepared for that? Well, in a manner of speaking, sure they are, because they have no regard for their own people. Their people are expendable. The Chinese government, as far as they're concerned, their own people are expendable. So why bother to tell them to stock up on anything? It could be to show out, to make other countries nervous, in particular the United States, because we jump at everything that they do, since we've allowed them basically to become a superpower. Thank you, Bill Clinton, because that's his fault. What was it, October 13, 2000 or 2001? I forget when it was exactly. Somebody can look that up and put it in the comment section, where he gave them favored nation status. That's why everything that's manufactured, it seems like 99% of it comes from China now. That's Bill Clinton's fault. You're worried about the fact that they become a superpower? The Clintons did it. I digress, though, because that's another topic of discussion, but it feeds into the position that they're in. Another possibility could be because of the shipping nightmare that we're going through right now. Keep in mind that we're having trouble, and I did a video on it a few weeks back. The ports are backed up more than a month, and it's getting worse. Ships that should have been unloaded, that if a year ago would have pulled in, been unloaded and gone, are waiting a month or more for their chance to dock and unload merchandise. And now Florida's ports are wide open, and they're like, hey, come on down. Panama Canal now is clogged with ships that have decided, screw the West Coast, we'll go to Florida and unload. It's still going to cost a fortune. You're still going to pay higher prices because of this. But ironically, ships leaving the United States, and they really haven't talked about this, have been leaving right on schedule, full of food, full of corn and soy and rice and flour and barley and you name it, anything that we grow here, because we overproduce food to an incredible degree. We throw most of it away, quite frankly, from the farm. Another topic of discussion. But they're leaving right on schedule. Guess where they're going? They're going to China. The majority of them are headed for China. Why? Because China doesn't produce enough food for its own people, and they import a lot of it. So maybe also it could be that they're nervous that if something happens with the shipping to them, like it's happening to us and in a lot of other parts of the world where shipping is backed way up, that they might have a shortage of food because they import a lot more of it than they would like to admit. Or that if priorities are shifted and they're like, you know what, we don't need to load these ships up right now. We have too many that we have to offload. And there could be a shortage created because of that. So maybe that's what China is worried about. There's a lot of speculation to go around. Just thought I would talk about it a little bit and see if anybody has any other ideas. You know, and of course, feel free to post your thoughts in the comments section down below. Let us know what you're thinking about that. I know a lot of people are worried about them going to war. They just walked into Mongolia. Nobody ever said or did anything about it. But then again, that's Mongolia. So nobody cared when China put their footprint on them some years ago. Taiwan is a different story. Taiwan could be looked at very differently than how Mongolia was ignored by the world when China went and trampled all over it. But again, thoughts, let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got anything out of it. Easiest way to show your appreciation. Share it if you can, probably the only way it'll get seen. ScrewTube hates this channel. Subscribe if you're new, check out some of the other videos. If you wanted to help the channel, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps, and I sure do appreciate it. And all that being said, what more can I say but stay frosty, folks. And thanks for watching.